to the greenery.
So these next batch of trailing petunias we want to talk about, we're moving down in a degree of vigor. So these will be sold more in 11-inch size of hanging basket, not as vigorous as the previous batch we were talking about. But they still are naturally branching, full effect, totally worth it if you want sort of a medium-sized type of trailing petunia. So over here on our left, one of our best yellow petunias ever. This is called Surprise Yellow. Looks just great against the one beside it. We've got some people that specifically will buy these two and alternate them. It looks really great. This is called Surprise Blue Sky. So these work very well together in the pastel shades. Over here, one of the darkest red trailing petunias there is, Sweetunia Hot Rod Red, a cool name, and it's trialed out very, very good. And next to it over here, Sweetunia Blueberry Ice, and the darkest orange petunia that we've grown so far is Sweetunia Orange Flash. It's a great dark for a petunia. It's about the darkest orange you're going to find. And these also work great in wall bags because they are a little more compact, less vigorous varieties. They work very well for the wall bags. For some nice star type trailing petunias, we've got a couple new varieties that have come out here on either side of this center one. We've got Rose and Shine, and way over here, Ching Cherry. So these were two new introductions in the market this season. They both were very popular, very consistent in their variegation on the flower, and I think they're really going to become popular varieties in the future. This one in between them has been out for a while. This is called Phantom, and again, we're really happy with its consistent star pattern. Really dark, black like purple color too, which for certain people is very popular as well. So in the last few years, there's been a lot of work being in the breeding end of it, that is, to try and get a black petunia. And every year there seems to be a new variety coming out to compete with the others. But we found the blackest one to this date that stays consistently black is this one here called Crazytunia Black Mamba. Now with a lot of the other varieties, they'll start out in the cool season nice and black, and then as it heats up in the middle of summer, they basically turned a purple color. But this one holds true better than any other variety so far, so we're really happy with it, and that's why we want to introduce it to you. As well, the Merlots, mahogany type colors, very interesting work being done in that field. So this is Crazytunia Red Blues. It's an interesting new color that came out this season. And the last one in this row, Crazytunia Mahogany. Just a beautiful mahogany Merlot color. Would work well against any other lighter colored petunias or lighter colored annuals to get that really nice contrast. So that's why these have become so popular. This next group of petunias here are called Potunias, slowly becoming one of the most popular series of petunias out there. For people who want a situation where they get a rounded effect in a container, or say they're doing wall bags. Like this is our most popular series for wall bags. We do a ton of wall bags just with the Potunias and some large 14-inch baskets, side hole baskets. We do a mix of these Potunias in there, and they just look stunning. And they just create a round ball. Again, no deadheading. They just look perfect all season long. And again, going back to containers on the ground, they'll just sort of round out the pot, which is why they're given the name Potunias. While if you were to use a wave in that situation, that would trail over, hit the ground, and keep going. Most likely would have to cut it once or twice throughout the season. So if you don't want to have to bother doing that, and you just want that perfect rounded effect, well, that's when you go with the Potunia series of trailing petunias. So I just want to do a small introduction to the Potunia series. Down here, really nice orange variety. It's called Papaya. So Potunia Papaya. This is Potunia Yellow, and I think it's probably one of the darkest yellow petunias you can get. Again, a very hard color to find in the petunia family is yellow and orange. So a great yellow variety. And then we have Petunia purple. This is Pinkalicious, very cool name. One of my favorite varieties. A little bit of a dark eye to it. Awesome performer. And over here, this is Petunia Neon. And to my far left here, the last one, overall probably the best performer. It's called Watercolor Purple, so Petunia Watercolor Purple. Just a interesting veined variety in the series of petunias. And last but not least, we have another series. We're just showing you a couple examples. There are others in this series. These are Littletunias, so they're probably the most compact in nature out of all the trailing type petunias. So they have a smaller flower, smaller leaf, and just a real small rounded habit, kind of a miniature look to them. So we have Littletunia Blue Vein here, and over here, this one is Littletunia Purple Blue. So just a couple more choices for you to decide from. So that wraps up our segment on the trailing petunias. And out of the 60 to 80 varieties we do every season, ranging from the vigorous trailing type, the doubles, the medium vigor ones, and the more compact vegetative type, I'm sure there's something here for everyone.